And welcome to Sports Line Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and I'm coming at you live from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, still the sports gaming capital of the United States of America. And you're listening to this program right here at 9:10 a.m. WBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. You can also listen live to this program over your computer or on the internet at the PelicanSportsTV.com website, PelicanSportsTV.com. Or if you ever want to listen to Pelican Sports Radio like the MeatMan does, just download the 9:10 a.m. WBR app to your iPhone, your smartphone, your Android, just like the MeatMan does. And you're just one button away, Cap, and get to listen to Tommy Krysan. You get to listen to Bunny Sanji, Jordy Holberg, the franchise, Carlos Brown. Of course, you got the Jim Rome Minute. Yep. Anywhere you at, Cap. Doesn't matter whether you're in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, or 1,500 miles away like the MeatMan is. You can listen to 9:10 a.m. WBR CBS Sports Radio anytime. Any place. All right, man, I would say we got a big show planned for you today. We have a good show, but I did the show yesterday for my man TK, Tommy Krysan, on Pelican Sports Radio. So I don't know how much more stuff we're going to have. Besides a lot of the stuff that we talked about yesterday. Obviously, I'm going to talk about the Risen Star States. That is the big prep race heading into the Louisiana Derby, which, of course, is one of the big prep races heading into the Kentucky Derby. And, of course, last year, the winner of the Louisiana Derby, Gun Runner, wound up finishing, I think, third in the Kentucky Derby. And then during the offseason, he really blossomed and wound up winning the Breeders' Cup Classic, wound up winning the Pegasus Cup. I finished second both times. I had collected in the Breeders' Cup Classic. To this day, I can't believe he didn't pass Gun Runner. Gun Runner was a better horse that day. And then I had West Coast in the Pegasus, man. And I mean, West Coast pulled up right next to Gun Runner. But Gun Runner was better. So, man, I tell you. So this is a big race right here. You know, I mean, like I said, the winner of this race last year, I think it was Gun Runner. I'm pretty sure it was Gun Runner. Wound up being a horse of the year. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty impressive. You know, how many times can you say that the winner of the Louisiana Derby went on to be horse of the year that same year? And I've been telling people this for a long time, that Churchill Downs would love to have the winner of the Louisiana Derby win the Kentucky Derby. Why? Because they want the Louisiana Derby to be big time. That's what they want. They want the Louisiana Derby to be big time. Why? Because Churchill Downs owns both places. Cap makes a lot of sense. Why would Churchill Downs want the winner of the Kentucky Derby to come from Gulfstream Park or Santa Anita or Aqueduct? I mean, sure, it wouldn't matter. It don't really matter. But hey, what a selling point that is. Hey, come racing the Louisiana Derby and come on and win a Kentucky Derby. Right now, they're running a thing, come racing the Louisiana Derby, and maybe your horse will be number one at the end of the year, horse of the year. Yep. So the Risen Star States, I mean, they got some good trainers. They got good jockeys. Johnny Velasquez coming down here. Todd Pletcher's got a horse. Dwayne Lucas, he's got two horses. Steve Asmussen's got a couple of horses. Of course, Steve Asmussen, he was the trainer of Gun Runner. Big Steve Asmussen finally getting a little recognition. He's been getting a little bit of it for a long time, but, you know, he's always been in the shadow of some of the other guys. But got to give Asmussen credit, man. He keeps fighting. So we got a few things to talk about today. Let me go ahead and read the disclaimer. The following information is to be used as news material only. and is not intended to violate any state, federal, or local laws. Wow, what a day this is, man. I tell you, man, the news, it's unbelievable. See something, say something, forget about that. Forget about that. Forget about that, because either one of two things will happen. Sadly, it's not one of three things. If one of three things, the one you would want to happen is you say something and then somebody does something about it and everything's good. But that would never happen. You say something, you wind up getting arrested. Or you say something, nobody does nothing. So to say something, do something, it sounds good. It's kind of catchy. Hey, man, if you see something, say something. Oh, okay. Okay. For what? Yeah, I mean, they only had the guy's real name. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the FBI was too busy with the Trump stuff. I mean, come on, Cap. How much money we spending on this? How much money we spending on this? They indicted 13 Russians today. Hello? Who cares? Who cares? 13 Russians. They indicted 13 Russians today. You think Putin's going to extradite them here to the U.S. to stand trial for putting up a phony story on Facebook that supposedly made stupid people even stupider when it came to their choice for president of the United States? I tell you, man, the TV, it's just nonstop. Nonstop. Trump, he's got another playmate he was fooling around with. Come on, Cap. I mean, look, I feel bad for Melania. I understand Melania's situation, but she had to know what she was getting into. I mean, look, I'm not trying to take up for the guy. He's a dog, man. He's a dog. He's a dog. I mean, it is what it is, man. He's a dog. But, I mean, come on, man. You're going to marry some guy 20-something years older than you, been divorced 2 times, got 4 kids. I mean, just stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're not going to change him. You're not going to change him. I'm shocked there's only been 2 women. I mean, come on, man. This guy's been banging women. I mean, that's what he does. He builds hotels, he bangs women. That's what Donald Trump does. I mean, come on. He goes on a Howard Stern show, talks about women, talks about this, talks about that. Then we hear a story about it. We're all supposed to be surprised. I ain't surprised, Cap. MeatMan ain't surprised. I can tell you that. I can tell you that right now. All right, now, this Sunday, I'm waiting for the over-under to come out in the NBA All-Star game. That's what the MeatMan's waiting for. I'm waiting for the over-under in the NBA All-Star game, because I personally think, I got a funny feeling these guys are going to play a real basketball game on Sunday. Call me crazy. Call me crazy, but I think these dudes, they're going to play some basketball on Sunday. None of this stuff, running up and down the floor, threes, uncontested dunks. Who wants to watch that? I mean, if I want to watch the Harlem Globetrotters, I'll go watch the Harlem Globetrotters. I want to watch the world's best NBA players at least play a little bit of a game. At least try. At least try. I know everybody's out there having fun and everybody's smiling and all that. That's all BS, man. Nobody's that happy. Nobody is that happy. Nobody. There's not a person on the planet that happy that you would be running up and down the court, smiling from ear to ear. No. I think they're going to play some defense this year. Everybody's scared to put the point spread out. Nobody wants to put it on. Bookmaker put one out. Bookmaker's got a line out. Chris, where the line originates. You got to have a set to hang up a line in this game right here. I mean, you literally have to have a set. There's only one joint that the MeatMan knows about. Las Vegas, the internet, anywhere. I only know of one operation out there that's got the point spread up on the game, bookmaker. Chris, where the line originates. Costa Rica International Sports. As much as I like talking about Chris, Costa Rica International Sports, I'm really hoping one day that I get to talk about somewhere else. Maybe in Mississippi. Or even Louisiana. Louisiana, the reason I think Louisiana maybe might not get into the sports gambling business is because of the New Orleans Saints and the New Orleans Pelicans. But I can tell you right now, the NBA, they see the light. Adam Silver, he's I don't know if I can say that or not. I don't know if I can say it or not. Just think of the last name, Silva. Silva. His last name is Silva. And that means he likes money. He likes money. And the NBA can smell the money. They see the money. They see the money. The money's there, Cap. The money's there. I mean, look, I wouldn't watch any NBA basketball unless I had money on it. None. None. Why would I care about that? I mean, yeah, I like a good game every now and then, but to sit there and watch 82 basketball games during the course of the year, we already know there's only 3 teams, maybe 4, in the whole NBA that have a legitimate shot at winning it all. The Golden State Warriors, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Houston Rockets, the Boston Celtics. That's it. That's it. That's it. Everybody else, I mean, they got some good teams out there. They got some teams that aren't so good. But the bottom line is it's a 4-team league. The Philadelphia Eagles were 40-1. 40-1 to win the Super Bowl. I don't know what the Houston Astros were last year, but I'm sure they were a decent price. Basketball, same thing every year. Chalk, 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 chalk. Either San Antonio Spurs win a title, LeBron James wins a title with some team he's on, or the Golden State Warriors. That's it. That's it, Cap. That's it. That's it. Dirk Nowitzki, some kind of way, got a title in the middle of all that with the Dallas Mavericks. Worst thing that could have ever happened to the NBA. Giving Mark Cuban an NBA title. Making it look like he's some kind of genius. A basketball genius. But the NBA is very predictable. It's not worth watching. Too many regular season games. Watching these guys lollygag in some of these games, knowing that they're absolutely meaningless. It's tough to watch. But you put a few bucks on it, Cap, and anything's possible. You put a few dollars on it, anything's possible. And look, the line on the game is 3.5. Steph Curry's team is -3.5. Now, personally, when they picked the teams, I had LeBron James' team being about a 4-point favorite. So it just goes to show you that either I missed something, or I don't know what I'm talking about, or it might be a defensive battle. And maybe Steph Curry picked a bunch of defensive guys. I'm waiting on a total to come out. Nobody will set a total. Nobody will set a total. Nobody will set a total. Let's see what we got here on the text message line. The MeatMan text message line here. Let's see what we got here. We got a text message from Mr. Barry. It says, NBA is like pro wrestling. Mark Cuban is milking the Mavericks just to make money. He's tired of spending money. Well, everybody likes to make money. Barry, you like to make money. You like playing in the stock market and all that. But Mark Cuban's a clown. Mark Cuban's a clown. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a billionaire. He did win an NBA title, but I don't know, man. I thought LeBron's team would be the favorite. But hey, I'm waiting to see this total, man. I'm looking at the screen right here. I mean, it is all blank. It is 100% blank except for bookmakers, 3.5 point spread on a game. That's it. That's it. The whole screen is absolutely blank. It's funny. It's funny. Then you go to this screen right here, and it's blank too. So Stephen Curry's team is a 3.5 point favorite over LeBron's team. No total on the game yet, but my pick is going to be under the total. Under the total. Under the total. That's my official selection for the game. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. You figure the total is going to be around. I mean, it'd be hard for them to make it less than 300. That's 150 apiece. Because the games have just been skyrocketing. I mean, they've gotten out of control. The games have gotten completely out of control. And then what happens is one team just kind of gets hot during this little mini marathon that they're running here, and all of a sudden it's a 15-point game. It becomes unwatchable. I think they're going to tighten it up on Sunday. Put the MeatMan down for under the total. Under the total. Put the MeatMan down for under the total. I don't know what the total is going to be, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm waiting for it to come out. I'm waiting for it to come out. Let's see something here. Let's go to the Google machine. Let's go to the Google machine, and we'll type in All-Star NBA game. All-Star NBA 2017 over, under. Let's see what we got here. Well, let's see. Hey, I might have to look at this during the break here. I might have to take a look at this during the break. All right, that's what we'll do. We'll take a break. I'll get the over-under totals for the last couple of NBA All-Star games, and I'll try to see if I can't put something together. But like I said, it really doesn't matter what it's going to be. MeatMan's going to be on under the total. All right, now, you want some basketball games for Saturday? I'm going to give out a few right here on the program. But if you want to give me a call, you talk directly with me. 1-833-MeatMan. You talk directly with me. Dave Scandaliato, live in Las Vegas, Nevada. My personal iPhone, on my own personal toll-free number that I'm literally going to have till the day I die. It's 1-833-MeatMan, 1-833-MEATMAN, 1-833-MeatMan. Don't touch that dial, Cap. We're going to talk about the Risen Star Stakes when I get back from the break. The big prep race leading up into the Louisiana Derby. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to Sports Line Radio with the MeatMan, Dave Scandaliato, coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're doing it all right here on 910 AM WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. All right. I'd take an extra minute if I could. All right? All right. And welcome back to Sports Line Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and like we do every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., we get together right here on the radio, and we talk games against the spread. We talk games against the spread, and speaking of games against the spread, I got the point spread. I went to Bookmaker, and I said, hey, what's this point spread on the game? They said that the Team LeBron is a 2.5 point favorite. I had a funny feeling that was a bad line I was giving out there. I had a funny feeling about that. I heard when they announced all the teams. I said to myself, man, I mean, LeBron's team's got to be the favorite. All right, so I got it here, Cap. I got it here. Team LeBron's a 2.5 point favorite. And the over-under total is 340 and a half. 340 and a half points scored in the game. That's 170 to 171. That'll get you 341. The over-under is 340 and a half. If the game lands 170, 170, and you got under the total, you ought to quit gambling, man, because that's bad luck. That's bad luck. Last year, the total was 258 and a half. And it easily went over that. Easily. I don't remember what the score was, but it easily went over. So, man, I think under is the way to go here. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I think that under, you take under the total in the NBA All-Star game. You take under 340 and a half. And remember when the NFL changed the format of the Pro Bowl? A couple of years ago, they used to score all these points. Point, boom, 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 boom. And then they let Deion Sanders and, oh, man, I want to say the other wide receiver, because Deion Sanders was a defensive back. I want to say the wide receiver from the Minnesota Vikings. And they let them pick the teams. They drafted their own teams. And they played a tight game. I think it was 21 to 20, something like that. I mean, the whole runner was like 80. They scored like 40. I mean, it wasn't even close. I got a funny feeling this might be like this here, man. You know, I got a funny feeling that Draymond Green, he ain't going to like seeing Kevin Durant going up and down the floor with LeBron James in an All-Star game. I don't know if he's going to like that, man. He might say, you know, I'm going to shut him down, man. Same thing on the other side. You know, what makes Kevin Durant think anybody, what he going to want to watch Steph Curry and all them guys beat him? You know they want to beat him. They want to send him a message. They want to say, look, Kevin Durant, don't ever think you can go play with LeBron James and beat me, Steph Curry. It ain't going to happen, Cap. It ain't going to happen. So this game could be personal. 340, that's a lot, man. I'll take my chances. I'll take my chance. That means I got to score 85 points a quarter. 85 and 85 is 170, 170, 170 is 340. 85 points a quarter. That means each team, on average, has to put up over 42 and a half points each quarter for 4 quarters. And if they play any kind of defense, it's never going to happen. Now, they go out there, they do like they do year after year after year, it is going to fly over 340. It's not even going to be close. It won't even be close. It'll go so far over 340, you won't even be able to keep track of The score. We're going to see, look, man, this is how you make money betting sports right here. You got to take a shot. You got to take a shot. You got to take a shot. Sometimes in life, you got to roll the dice. You got to take a shot. Because, look, I know the over-under's low. I know because it was 258.5 last year. It's 18 points different this year. So, obviously, the odds makers already maybe expecting something different. And the last thing they want to do is get caught short-handed by having a super high number. They already know it's going over 258. If they start doing all the normal stuff that they regularly do, it's going to go way over. We're going to see this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Take under the total, under 340. And a half in the 2018 NBA All-Star Game at Staples Arena in Los Angeles. All right, we're going to take another break here. Let's go ahead and we're going to knock out another quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll pull out the racing form. And we're going to talk about the 2018 Risen Star Stakes. Got a good field, a lot of good jockeys, a lot of good trainers. Super tough race. Don't touch that dial, Cap. You're listening to Sportsline with the MeatMan, Dave Scandaliato. We're coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're doing it all right here on 910 AM WBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Yes. Yes. You got that on file over there? All right. Yes. Let's do that. Yes. Yeah, let's just do that. That's good. All right. Football season has ended. Horse racing season is here. Yeah, I know nobody likes horse racing. I go out to the track. It's empty. Believe me, I see it. I see it. When I was in New Orleans, I went out to the fairgrounds. I see it. Place empty, man. Ain't got a soul in there. Ain't got a soul out there. Nothing. Nobody. Dead as a doornail. But hey, it is what it is, Cap. It's horse racing season. Football season won't be here until August. We do have March Madness and all that. Of course, LSU, the Tigers, they're playing on Saturday. They're a 1-point favorite at home against the Missouri Tigers. LSU has 5 very winnable games to end the season. They play Missouri. They play Georgia. They play Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, and South Carolina. All 5 teams in the bottom half of the SEC. I mean, even Missouri isn't all that good. That's why LSU's a 1-point favorite. I mean, here's a team that could possibly be going to the NCAA tournament if they pick the teams today, and LSU's a 1-point favorite. So, I mean, that ought to tell you right there. The Tigers are moving in the right direction. You know, look, I might have jumped the gun a little bit by betting them this year to win it all, but, you know, they could easily win 4 out of the next 5. I mean, Will Wade can't go 1-4 down the stretch. The LSU Tiger basketball team, they cannot stink it up coming down the stretch here, Cap. No way, no how. They cannot stink it up. They can't do that. They got to play good basketball. They got to try to win a game in the SEC tournament. Some kind of way they got to get into the top half of the SEC tournament, and winning 4 out of their last 5 games would do that. You know, you go 4-1 your last 5 games, and you're probably going to finish mid-pack in the SEC. Gives you a better chance to win a tournament game. Maybe make it in the NIT. This time you don't turn down the invitation to the NIT like they did Ben Simmons last year. Maybe you win a game in the NIT, you finish with over 20 wins, and man, you got something to build on for 2018, 2019. You go 1-4 down the stretch to teams like Georgia, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, South Carolina. You get invited to the college basketball invitational. You go 1 and done with that. Oh man, that ain't the way you want to end the season. No way, no how, Cap. I don't know. I'm not going to take LSU. I'm not going to bet LSU. It's a big game for the Tigers on Saturday. It's too bad they got a bunch of bad losses. You know, all their losses are bad, ugly. I mean, they got some ugly losses. I mean, not all of them, but you know what I'm saying. The recent losses. They were all kind of on the ugly side. The loss to Auburn was ugly. The loss to Alabama was kind of ugly. That's why if LSU did win the last 5 games of the season, maybe won 2 games in the SEC tournament, finished with 20, 21 wins, they still probably wouldn't make it in a tournament. Because they got blown out in too many games. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, man, you're living in fantasy land. Now, the teams LSU is going to be playing out of stretch, they're all very beatable. Come on, man. We're in the second half of the SEC schedule. These are college basketball players and some transfers. The schedule is soft. There's no Kentucky. There's no Auburn. There's no Alabama. Very winnable games for the Tigers. Starting on Saturday. They're 1-point favorite at home. Now, you got a game tonight. You got the Rhode Island Rams and the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. When I started the program, the line was 2. It's gone to 3. All the money coming in on Rhode Island. I kind of like St. Bonaventure tonight, getting the 3 points. St. Bonaventure needs to win this game like a guy in a hospital needs blood, man. Make no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need to win this game big time. Rhode Island, they're sitting pretty good right now. They're 21-3. And they've been huge making money. They're 14-7-1 against the spread. So people are making money with Rhode Island. But St. Bonaventure's not bad. They're 19-6 this year. They're 10-1 at home. Rhode Island 6-2 away from home. Rhode Island 13-0 in the conference. They're going to win that conference. St. Bonaventure 9-4. St. Bonaventure, they win this game. They go to 20-6. They got a nice win against Rhode Island, a pretty good team. And they're on their way to the NCAA tournament. They lose tonight, St. Bonaventure, man, the wheels could come off. You never know, man. You know, as easy as the wheels can come on, the wheels could come off. St. Bonaventure's won 7 games in a row. 7 games in a row. They lost at Rhode Island earlier this year, 87-73 as a 7.5-point underdog. I'm taking St. Bonaventure tonight, plus the 3 points at home against Rhode Island college basketball. That game tips off in about 22 minutes from now, basically about 20 minutes from now. Get your bet in on the Rhode Island Rams St. Bonaventure matchup. Going to start in 20 minutes or so. We'll take the home team, the Bonnies, plus the 3 points. All right, so we took St. Bonaventure and then the NBA All-Star game on Sunday. Not the game tonight. Not the up-and-coming game. Not the future stars. We want the regular NBA All-Star game. The total is 340.5. We're taking under the total of that. So that's going to be the 2 plays for the program here. We'll take St. Bonaventure tonight. We're going to take under the total in the NBA All-Star game on Sunday. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Grade 2 Risen Star. It's presented by Lamarck Ford. Should be no surprise there. Ronnie Lamarck. Risen Star, 3rd in the Kentucky Derby, 1st in the Belmont, 1st in the Preakness. Risen Star was 20-something lengths out of the picture in the Kentucky Derby. Tried to come from off the pace. I mean, it's off the pace and then it's like out of the game. I mean, and he closed pretty good. He wasn't going to have a past 49er. It was a great race. Winning Colors goes wide and wide. A filly goes wide and wide. If you ever have a chance, go to YouTube and watch the race. Winning Colors takes the lead out of the gate. And I guess those male horses smell that female you-know-what. And they put their nose right up behind that, and they ran behind Winning Colors smelling that thing the whole way around the track, man. It was a brilliant move. It was a brilliant move by D. Wayne Lucas. Gary Stevens was in the iron. It was a great call. Dave Johnson, probably his best call ever of a Kentucky Derby race. Probably arguably his best call ever. D. Wayne Lucas doing it. Winning Colors doing it just like D. Wayne Lucas said she would. Grabbing the lead and taking command. Now she's in front by 3. D. Wayne Lucas told Dave Johnson exactly how the race was going to go. I wish he'd have told me that day. I had 49. I did have Risen Star in the Belmont, though, after he crushed everybody in the Preakness. You just knew he was going to be big, big in the Belmont. And, man, I tell you, that was another good call by Dave Johnson. He goes, he's doing it just like his daddy. Secretariat, so that was probably Dave Johnson's best year, man. He did the Kentucky Derby was good. The Belmont was good. I miss Dave Johnson, man. He did some good calls, man. All right, so you got, how many horses we got here? We got 10. Got a field of 10. Got a field of 10. It's the 9th race at the fairgrounds on Saturday. Post time is around 5:03 Louisiana time. About 3:03 for the MeatMan out here in Las Vegas. You got a lot of good jockeys and a lot of good trainers in this race. You got the 1-horse High North, Corey Lannery in the saddle, Brad Cox, the trainer, 15-1 in the morning line. Just broke Maiden, hasn't won a race besides Maiden. I'm going to pass. The 2, Noble Indy, Johnny Velasquez coming out of ride this horse. Todd Pletcher, the trainer. I mean, come on, Cap. You think people ain't taking the fairground serious these days when you got Johnny Velasquez and Todd Pletcher running a horse 5-1 on the morning line? Horse broke Maiden at Gulfstream Park. Johnny got on him, won an optional claimant at Gulfstream Park, and then boom, here we are in the Risen Star Stakes. Would I be surprised if Johnny Velasquez and Todd Pletcher team up and win this race? No. And that's probably who I should bet. That's where the smart money's going to be. I can tell you, anytime you get Todd Pletcher and Johnny Velasquez at 5-1, you take that. You take that. I gave out a different horse yesterday on Chrysan's show on Pelican Sports Radio. I got to stick with what I gave out. I got to stick with what I gave out yesterday. But, the more I look at it, this horse looks tough. 97 buyer figure. First time out, 96 buyer figure. This time, 7 furlongs the first time, mile and a 16th. Second time out, this horse ready to explode. This horse ready to explode. I still like my horse, the one I give out yesterday on the program. We'll get down to that one next. That's the 3 horse. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. The 3 horse with Sean Bridgman and Dallas Stewart. The trainer-jockey combo. What I like about this horse, the horses like this are fun. The owner runs him in a race, his first time out, runs second. Then they got a big stakes race at Saratoga where the horse tried to break bait, and he said, to hell with it, we're going to run him in that. Runs third by a neck. Almost won the thing. Almost won the thing. So the owner said, what the heck? What the heck? We might as well ship him over to Keeneland, run him in a grade 1 race. Now, you got to remember, this is a maiden. This horse has never beat anybody, but we're going to ship him over to Keeneland to run in a Mine That Bird Futurity. A grade 1. He runs 5th out of 11 horses there. So I guess the owner said, what the heck? We might as well just keep going. They sent him to the Breeders' Cup to run in a juvenile. This horse never won a race. They got him in the Breeders' Cup juvenile. He runs 4th out of 12 horses. Then they run him in the Kentucky Cup at grade 2 for 2-year-olds at Churchill Downs. You didn't run too good there. Horse is probably tired after running at Santa Anita in the grade 1, or Saratoga in the grade 1 Hopeful, and Keeneland in the Mine That Bird, and the Breeders' Cup Classic back at Del Mar. I mean, you go from Saratoga to Keeneland to Del Mar back to Churchill Downs. The horse was probably tired. Now he's at the fairgrounds. And, of course, they didn't run him in a maiden race the first time he was back at the fairgrounds. They ran him in a little $100,000 state-bred stakes race. The horse runs second at 90 cents on the dollar. Then they finally put him back in a maiden race. After all that, they put him with state-bred Louisiana maidens. He goes up at 1-20. 1-20. And he wins the race by 8 lengths, just like he was supposed to win. Wins it for fun. You call it winning a race for fun. He won the race for fun. And you knew he was going to crush the field. Any horse that would have beat him that day, that's give me a minute, was going to turn out to be a really good horse. Because this 3 horse, this horse has been racing all over the world, all over the country against the best 2-year-olds at the time, now 3-year-olds here in 2018. So this horse is 15-1. You got Sean Bridgman, who's winning 20 some odd percent of his races, like 25% of his races at the fairgrounds this year. Lannery was up on him last time he won, but Bridgman was up in that Louisiana Futurity race, that state-bred race. I don't like the fact that both of the races at the fairgrounds were 6 furlongs, but all those other races he was running as a 2-year-old, they were all big, long, mile and a 16th. The Mine That Bird, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and the Kentucky Cup, all of those were a mile and a 16th. So that's not really got me too nervous. I like the price. And I like the fact this horse has a ton of experience. That's why I like the 3. Give me a minute. But, man, the 2 is going to be tough. The 2 with Todd Pletcher is going to be tough. No doubt about it. Maybe we go with 2-3. 2-3. I gave out the 3 yesterday. The 4 horse is Snapper Sinclair. 8-1 on the morning line. Adam Vinceza, the jockey. Steve Asmussen, the trainer. Now, of course, Steve Asmussen won the Louisiana Derby last year with Gun Run. So, anytime Steve Asmussen runs a horse at the fairgrounds, you got to pay attention. But, man, I tell you, this horse ran 3rd in the Lecomte. That's the stakes race leading up to the Risen Star. Was 28-1 that day. Hey, I don't see it. I don't see it. Once again, would it surprise me if Steve Asmussen's horse won the race? No, he's got another horse in the race, too. Now, the 5 horse, that's the horse that won the Lecomte. Instilled Regard. And he's the favorite in the race. He's 8-5 on the morning line. Javier Castellanos up. Castellano rode the horse in the Lecomte. Jerry Hollendorfer, the trainer. Got to watch out for him, Cap. You always got to watch out for Jerry Hollendorfer. But this horse shouldn't be 8-5. Ran a good race in the Lecomte. Ran a 96 buyer figure. Shipped in all the way from the West Coast. As a 2-year-old, he ran in a Los Alamitos Futurity. That grade 1, he ran 3rd. He was placed 2nd through disqualification. So the last 2 times out, the 5s run good, but 8-5, no way. No way, no way, no how. He was a little bit over 2-1, a little bit under 5-2 when he won the Lecomte by 3 3/4 lengths, but I'm going to go elsewhere. But the 5 horse, Instilled Regard, is the favorite to win the Risen Star. The 6, Supreme Aurora. Michael Stidham, the trainer. Joe Bravo, the jockey. 2 times on the track, 2 winners. Broke maiden at Del Mar, shipped into the fairgrounds. Wins an optional claiming race. Combined races, won them both by 8 lengths. Was 50 cents on the dollar last time out. Now, this horse is stretching out to 2 turns for the first time ever, so I definitely don't like that. The horse I'm taking, the 3, he's run a mile and a 16 3 times. This horse has never, ever, ever gone 2 turns. Wouldn't surprise me if he won on Saturday, but not with my money. The 7, Dwayne Lucas, Gary Stevens, Bravazzo. That was the combination, Dwayne Lucas and Gary Stevens, on top of Winning Colors when they beat Risen Star in the Kentucky Derby. Now they're going to try to win the Risen Star, these 2 guys. How you like that? That'd be funny watching Ronnie Lamarck hand Wayne Lucas the trophy. Wayne Lucas cost Ronnie Lamarck the Triple Crown. This horse has run 2 times at graded races. Ran good the first time, and that Mine That Bird ran 2nd, but was 47-1. Even the trainer didn't have any money on him. You know, when the owner don't bet the horse, I mean, it's hard for the meat man to bet him when the owner don't even bet him. He won an optional claiming race last time out. Gary Stevens' first time in the saddle at 2.5-1. He's 8-1 in the morning line. I'm just going to go elsewhere. The 8-horse Kentucky Club, James Graham, the jockey. Dwayne Lucas has 2 horses in the race, 30-1 on the morning line. Couldn't win at maiden special weight. Had to drop down to maiden claiming. That was his last time out. He runs a maiden claiming race and wins. He can't beat maiden special weights. I'd be shocked if Kentucky Club wins the Risen Star. To 9, Principe Guilherme. Guilherme. 7-1 in the morning line. Garuda jockey. Steve Asmussen, the trainer, he ran second in the Lecomte. Went over as a 6-5 favorite. Just couldn't catch the winner. Broke from the 10 hole, broke 6.5 lengths from the front. Got all the way to 1 length, but then started to go backwards. Oh, boy, I don't know. I'm not going to bet this horse. But he was the favorite in the Lecomte, so you got to watch out for this one. But, nah. The 10 horse is a horse by the name of Eben, Ebben. Gabriel Saez, the jockey. Steve Margolis, the trainer. 30-1 on the morning line. Ran in the Lecomte, was 6, 8 3/4 lengths from the front. Went off at 56-1. Unless a jockey change has anything to do with it, this horse is a little bit out of his league. Never runs good against stake horses. Ran a race at Ellis Park, was 10 lengths back. One at Churchill Downs was 8 lengths back. Another at Churchill Downs, 7 lengths back. The Lecomte at the Fairgrounds, he was 8 lengths back. Bad post position, bad horse, considering the field. I'm not going to play that one either. So, all right. That's your field right there, but a risen star. The lead up to the Louisiana Derby, leading up to the Kentucky Derby. The Louisiana Derby is going to be good. Going to be a lot of horses, a lot of good horses, a lot of very talented horses. Louisiana Derby is going to be a good race. But, man, it's down to the 2 and the 3. I picked the 3 yesterday, so I got to stick with the 3, but you're going to get the bonus selection since you're listening to the regular program that I do. I was just guest hosting yesterday. Well, my man Tommy Christ said I was just a guest host. MeatMan was just guest host, and today this is my own show here. I would have to say, if I didn't do Tommy Christ's program yesterday, I'd probably be on a 2-horse. Johnny Velasquez, Todd Pletcher, they come down to New Orleans, boom. And they scoop up this itty-bitty race known as the Risen Star. This race is like a pimple on Todd Pletcher's butt. Right here. Winning this race, I don't even know if Todd Pletcher would take the trophy out of the trunk of his car and put it in his house. That's how small time this race is to Todd Pletcher. That's why at 5-1, I mean, at 5, this is a nice looking horse. I mean, he's 2 for 2. Got a 97 and a 96 buyer figure. Like I said, ran 7 furlongs the first time out, 1 mile and a 16th the last time out. He pretty much stalked the pace. He took the lead around the far turn by 1/2 length. Went in a stretch, he had a 1/2 length lead, and by the end of the race, he had a 3/4 length lead. So even going that extra distance, going over 1 mile, 2 turns, this horse was able to take the lead, dig in, and come away with the victory. But I'm still going to go with the 3. I'm going to play a 2-3 exacta box. I might bet them both, depending on what the odds are. I mean, if I'm going to get 5-1, or Noble Indy to 2, and I'm going to get 15-1 on Give Me a Minute to 3, I might bet them both. You never know, man. You never know. It's all about making money. It's all about making money. Now, if the 2-horse, the Pletcher horse, he's 5-2, post time, and Give Me a Minute, he's 6, 7, 8-1. Nah, I wouldn't bet them both. Because I'm going to be sick if I bet one and not bet the other. But the official pick is the 3. He's got Sean Bridgman, the local jock, winning 25% of his races, which is pretty tough to do. Dallas Stewart, he's been consistent over the years. He's due for a good horse, which he has right here. Just doesn't have all the skins on the wall because he's run against the toughest competition in the world. We're going to find out if running against the toughest competition in the world as a 2-year-old is going to help Give Me a Minute as a 3-year-old. 9:03 tomorrow at the Fairgrounds. Race 9, horse number 3, Give Me a Minute. We're going to bet across the board, win, place, and show. Horse runs third, we're going to make money. Horse runs second, we're going to do pretty good. And horse wins at 15-1. Oh, we're going to have a good time on Saturday night. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this edition of Sports Line Radio. Want to thank my man Don back in the studio. He had 2 days of the MeatMan, 3 hours of Dave Scandaliato. 2 on Thursday, 1 on Friday. He'll be going to therapy on Saturday, recovery on Sunday, and back to work on Monday. As always, I want to thank my man TK Tommy Kreisay for getting me the gig here at Pelican Sports Radio. And, of course, the owner of Pelican Sports Radio and Pelican Sports TV, my man Alan. Always want to thank him for putting a MeatMan in the game. Make sure you bet with your head, not over it. Money management is the key to turning a profit. Betting sports. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I will see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline. All right, well, yeah, I was a little sluggish yesterday. So I had to make up just in case somebody was listening. You know, you never know who's listening. All right, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Sports Line Radio. Now, don't forget, every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, 9, 10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge. You can always listen to the program live at PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com. Don't forget, you can always download the 9, 10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio app to your iPhone. See, got it all right now, Cap. Got it all right now. Stream, it sounds great. I just absolutely love it. Go to the App Store, iTunes, whatever it is, 9, 10 a.m. WUBR. That's the app. You got to download the iPhone, your smartphone, whatever it is. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you never miss an episode of Sportsline Radio. And it start on Monday. I got all sorts of new stuff that I'm going to be adding to the YouTube channel. Once the NBA starts for the second half of the year, the baseball season right around the corner. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You need to talk to the MeatMan. It's real easy. 1-833-MeatMan. That's my personal iPhone. I got my own personal toll-free number that I'm literally going to have till the day I die. 1-833-MeatMan, 1-833-MEATMAN. You talk directly with me, Dave Scandaliato. You want to get on my text message list? Text the word MeatMan, M-E-A-T-M-A-N, to 94253. You text the word MeatMan, M-E-A-T-M-A-N, to 94253. Every day you get a free pick sent straight to your text message inbox from the MeatMan. All right, like I said, bet with your head, not over it. Money management is the key to turning a profit. Betting sports. Thanks to everybody who listened to the show live or watched the rebroadcast on YouTube. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline.